What if a city built by Alexander the Great simply vanished? What if it sat under a desert hill for 2,000 years? What if a river decided its fate? In the deserts of southern Iraq, a low hill rises from the plain like nothing special. No marble columns, no standing walls, no sign that one of history's most famous names might be buried underneath it. For centuries, people could cross this landscape and see only dust, heat, and broken ground. But under the surface, the geometry of a city was still there. Streets, canals, walls, and the memory of a vanished port. Archaeologists now believe this is one of the lost Alexandrias, a city founded after Alexander the Great pushed his empire deep into Mesopotamia, then disappeared so completely that even its location became a debate. Alexander was not only a conqueror, he was a builder of names. As his army moved from Macedonia to Egypt, Persia, and the edge of India, cities followed in his wake. Some were military colonies, some were trade hubs, some were political statements carved into conquered land. Many carried the same name, Alexandria. The Alexandria in Egypt survived as a world city. Others became ghosts in texts, names preserved by historians, geographers, and coins, while the places themselves faded into sand, river mud, and argument. One of those lost foundations stood near the meeting point of river systems, where Mesopotamia opened toward the Persian Gulf. Ancient writers associated it with Alexander's final imperial geography, the water roads that could connect east and west. Founded around 324 BC, the settlement was designed to matter. It was not just another desert town, it was placed where ships, caravans, soldiers, merchants, and administrators could meet. Later, it was rebuilt and renamed Charax-Spasinu. Under that name, it became a major port of the ancient Gulf world, a hinge between Mesopotamia, Arabia, Iran, India, and the wider Indian Ocean trade. That is why the discovery matters. This was not a romantic ruin attached to a famous man for headlines. It was a city that helped explain how Greek, Persian, Mesopotamian, Arab, and Indian worlds touched each other after Alexander. For a long time, scholars knew the city from texts, but the ground was harder to read. Rivers change, marshes expand and shrink, mud covers foundations, a port can die, then be buried under the same landscape that once made it rich. So researchers brought modern tools to an ancient problem. Aerial photography could see patterns from above. Drone imagery could reveal lines too subtle for the human eye on the ground. Geophysical survey added another layer. Instead of digging every square metre, instruments measured what lay beneath. Buried walls, street grids, canals, and the strange order of a planned settlement hiding under a mound. Then the city began to appear, not as one dramatic statue, but as a system, a grid, residential blocks, industrial areas, canal lines, open spaces, architecture spread across a landscape that had looked empty. Some blocks were enormous by ancient standards, suggesting a settlement with serious planning and wealth. This was a place built for movement. Goods moving through canals, people moving through markets, power moving through administration. Temples and public buildings point to more than commerce. They suggest a civic centre where imported cultures did not simply pass through, but settled, adapted, and became part of local life. Imagine the city at its height. Barges coming in from river channels, pack animals unloading goods, Greek-style administration beside local Mesopotamian traditions, traders carrying languages from the Gulf, the Iranian plateau, and India. In a place like this, history was not cleanly divided into civilizations. It was mixed in warehouses, contracts, marriages, temples, coins, and food. The city was a machine for contact. That is the part most maps hide. They show empires as coloured blocks, but cities like this were where those colours bled into each other. A port did not ask whether an object was Greek or Persian. It asked whether it could be moved, taxed, sold, or used. So how does a city this important disappear? Not always through invasion, not always through fire. Sometimes the enemy is slower, quieter, and more powerful, water changing its mind. A port depends on access. If the river shifts away, ships stop arriving. If channels silt up, warehouses empty. If the water road closes, the city becomes stranded in the dust that once surrounded its wealth. That may be what happened here. The Tigris and its branches changed over time. The city that had lived from connection lost the connection itself. By late antiquity, the great port faded. Its streets emptied, its walls collapsed. The landscape folded over it until Alexander's city became a hill that looked like nothing at all. But disappearance is not the same as destruction. Beneath the mound, the plan of the city survived. That is why modern survey is so powerful. It can recover the shape of a place before excavation exposes it grain by grain. The result is a different kind of archaeological reveal. No golden mask, no single treasure. Instead, something more useful. The outline of an urban world that had been misplaced by history. A city founded in the age of Alexander, reshaped by later rulers, enriched by trade and erased by a river, can now be read again from the air and from signals in the soil. And here is the uncomfortable thought. If a city tied to one of the most studied figures in ancient history could hide under a low hill for 2,000 years, then the map of the ancient world is still unfinished. Some lost cities are not protected by walls or legends. They are protected by being ordinary looking. A slight rise in the ground, a line in a field, a river that moved away and took the city's purpose with it. Alexander's name made the city famous once, but the river made it disappear. And now, after 2 millennia, the ground is giving it back, not as myth, but as a map beneath the dust.